and that energy is out there to get your goat.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? It's WWJD, right? But I mean, that's as hard as that is for us because we're very imperfect. I constantly try to put myself in that place. Like, you know what I mean? What would he do? How would he, and I fail miserably most of the time, but I'm, I honestly, in that moment of just, I was so angry at the affront, the way that happened last night. But I forced myself to look at this individual and go, I feel really bad for you.
Yeah.
Because you're a mess,
And not a good person.
What?
And you're not a good person.
You're just, I really feel horrible for you that's the place in
That
which
you're
you choose to dwell. That's the spot.
That's exactly how you have to look at it.
You have to, otherwise.
That is your heaven. You're at
That's
your
right.
heaven.
What they want to do, they want to get you into the pit with them. And
The pit of misery.
you got to continue your journey, and you have to try to stay above that. You have to. Oh, that's one of the toughest things to do on this part of our journey. But that is the ultimate goal. As we get older, there's got to be more of those wins than there are the failures in that area. You know what I mean? Like, we're always going to fail, and we're going to find new ways to fail because that's what we do. But that has got to be an area that we must improve, as we get older.
Amen.
Because nothing is more pathetic than seeing adults get sucked into that. Because you're going like, dude, you're 50. Like, you're still getting faked out by this stuff? Come on. And it's hard because it hits you right here.
Yes, it does.
And in here, and you're like, that carnal thing comes out, and you're like, no way, you're not going to insult me like that. But, you just go, just like Jesus is. I love you all. And that enraged them. No.
But he was ignoring me. I said, it doesn't matter. I love you through it.
Yeah, whatever this shit is. Yeah. Oh, it was blatant with me today too. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Dina. In the same room, right by. So he just picks and chooses. People like that also feel the people that they can't.
Yes.
And it drives them insane. Because for them, it's about a leverage position, And he'll never have that here.
Ever.
No, but he'll never have that here. Because believe it or not, we handle it in different ways. We're different personalities, but there's strength.
Yeah.
So people feel that, and I love it. Because I love being around strong people. I love it, I love it. But some people feel very threatened by that because they want to be the only ones in their minds.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, yeah. Anyway, there you go. I'll be right back, my dear.
Joe, what you cooking today? You're not cooking today, huh?
I will. Maybe later we'll get some going.
Yeah, later. I can't eat right now. I haven't decided what I was going to eat today anyway.
Yeah, we'll get something going. We'll get some food going. We got to put some stuff. Hopefully that list will be in there soon so I can.
Thought they said the name is Fun 5.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I was like, did they change the name on me?
Ricky came up with that yesterday.
I thought you came up with the name.
No, it was always Team Fun for me, but Ricky just started talking about Fun 5 a lot yesterday. So
He told me that that's what you came up.
I think he just kind of got it mixed up.
Oh, my God.
It was always Team Fun, but now he's calling it Fun 5, and now I'm happy to call it Fun 5.
No, we call it Team Fun.
I think it's both work.
Okay, cool.
Team Fun, #Fun 5.
Perfect. Because it
doesn't really matter.
I tweeted out that you came up with the name and the handshake. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, the handshake's Kato, Snails Miguel's.
But you added the 5 though.
Oh, I didn't know about that part.
Yeah, I thought that so that's the word on the street is that that because he does that to everybody.
Well,
in
this
the
is
house.
definitely more important than who I'm putting on the block. What is the handshake? And what is it
So
called?
he's done this to everybody kind of in the house. But then I was told we were supposed to start doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We need to have a group.
No, we do need
and
to
we
have
also
a group.
need to have a dance, Tom. Okay, can you at least do the dance?
Well, yeah. I mean, you should have seen me in here last night rocking out to Juice World.
This is definitely more important than the veto.
Yeah.
We need a dance because we didn't. We didn't have
We
that.
haven't done fun dances when we
no,
cross in the
so we
thing.
didn't have that moment. We
Yeah.
had top 3.
We don't want to be like the lame season of Big Brother where we don't do a dance when we do the votes.
We had top 3, and we didn't even come back in, all of us, and celebrate. Like, we should have came back in, had a dance, done the thing. That's what we should have done.
What do you mean we had top 3? What's that mean?
Of our team, 1, 2,
like
3.
in the race.
We had a podium suite.
In the race, in the
Yeah, it was
numbers.
gold, silver, bronze.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Which is good because we secured Cato's safety. And then next week when you're up, hopefully we can do the same thing, continue to just secure people's safety.
That's the thing. Well, obviously, if Candy, Dina, Tamar, or Joey, whoever's left, were to win head of household next week, and they were smart, they will try to put 2 of us on the block, and then if one of us wins veto, they'll replace that person with one of us, and one of us will go home. So we can't let anybody outside of Fun 5 win head of household, or they will chip away at us.
Got you. Okay, so what were you thinking?
So I was thinking of putting up Joey and Candy and saying to them, in fairness, in a fair way, Joey, I want to put you on the block because you're an athletic guy. Candy, I want to put you on the block because I think you're really smart. Joey, I think you're smart too. And Candy, I think you're athletic too, but that's the reason. And I wanted to let you know that my plan is not to use the veto. If my friends in the house win the veto, I want to tell you up front, we're not going to use the veto, to give you both a fair shot at winning the veto for yourselves, to save yourself. And then, if neither of them win the veto, we vote off Joey or Candy, whatever we decide. But I don't really think that I want to just backdoor Joey, because honestly, I think Candy's as big of a threat as Joey, and especially later in some of these memory challenges, because she remembers everything.
I sat in the room with them last night. They had all the days mixed up. Her and Tay were going over the days, and they had it all mixed up.
Okay.
I will say this, Candy is definitely practicing. Like, she was just down there trying to practice, so she's definitely on it. I'm not saying no to this at all. I like how you don't want to backdoor. I even thought about that. I was like, man, if I win, because, we had the hours to think, do you backdoor Joey, or do you give him a fair chance to fight to stay in the house, So I like that you're thinking like that. That's a very similar thought I was thinking. I also think that Tay isn't a threat with the games. She tries to learn, but she is a threat on the social side. She has a very good way of disrupting things. She literally just, before this, she said Dina had said this and that, and then Cato had to go confront. Like, she's very good at planting seeds to create doubt, bombs, and blow up.
It's going to be harder for that to work now, though.
Huh?
Yeah, it won't work. It'll be less and less effective now.
Yeah, I know, because we all are solid, and that's a very good point.
Because I was kind of thinking like Tamar should be the last to go.
Yeah, but
I know you guys had a big blow up, but like,
here's the thing,
though.
Here's the thing.
She quit the contest yesterday.
That's true. Fair points. But room with her, and then tell me she should be the last to go.
Switch rooms.
Yeah, well then take that up when you're out of here, and then see how long. I'm just being honest with you.
You can switch rooms though.
I know, but I'm don't dismiss me, because I'm not dismissing you, Tom. I'm listening to everything you say. Yeah. But if you have an honest conversation with Natalie, Ricky, it's very hard to every day. So every day when you go to your room, you get peace, you get to relax, you get to But for us, it's a constant drill bit. It's constant, and it's us always having to deflect. So when you get a chance to think about your game and what moves you want to do, it's not for us, because we're getting stressed out quite a bit. So I'm just being honest, and as a friend, I'm sitting here and telling you, it's not affecting one person on your team. It's affecting 3 people on your team.
Can you
So-
guys switch rooms?
I don't know. I don't know.
If Candy leaves, right, then the other room's totally free.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's advantageous to us to keep Tamar around as long
But
as
how do
possible.
you do that without her knowing now?
She's less likely to win HOH.
I understand that, Tom, but how do we do that now without her knowing that there's something going on? You see what I'm saying? So it kind of gives away some moves. It's
How do you mean move rooms without her knowing something?
Yes, it's very sketchy.
She'll know something's going wrong.
Yeah.
But I
And
think she
everything-
already
but
must.
Tom,
Does she not already know?
No, and every time she feels kind of like we're not like her buddy,
Mm-hmm.
so she's expressed that and she's made things very difficult. I'm just asking you to have an honest conversation with Ricky and Natalie about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even talking game wise. I'm just have a conversation with them and see how difficult it has been.
I haven't talked to Natalie about it, but I just talked to Ricky and Kato
I'm just
about
going
what
to
I was
be
planning
honest.
to
All
do.
of us have gotten into it with Tay at one point. It's not just me. Ricky's gotten into it. Ricky doesn't even speak to her anymore.
Yeah.
And Natalie has Natalie got cornered the other day. So I'm just saying, I know you want to play the game, but I'm just saying your teammates are having to play another game on top of play with this. And if you want a sharp to compete for you next week and not be run down, it's just Ricky outside.
Let's ask him to come in and talk to us about this specific thing.
Do it.
Is there anything else we want to talk about before I get him?
I think that I like where you're thinking on this. I think you should talk to everybody and figure out your course, and then we should talk. When do you have to decide? By 5?
I don't know, but probably today.
Yeah. I will say this. I know you don't, this is a hard. I'm gonna say this is a hard decision, like, because I like that you're giving Joey a fair shot and you're not gonna backdoor him. But I'm also wondering if he does win, and then he wins next week. Are we all gonna regret that because you gave him a fair shot instead of backdoored him? Like, you know,
He's always going to have the possibility of winning veto, even if we're trying
yeah,
to
but you're
backdoor
giving
him.
him
Even if we try
basically
to backdoor
2
him.
shots by not, because if you backdoor him, you're removing one of those possibilities. You're removing your odds
Yeah,
because
he might not be in the veto competition.
just like Ryan was not in the game, so he
God,
rolled
that worked
100.
out well for us.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is, if you're not backdooring him, you're increasing his chances of staying. So just something to think about. But also, I get it. I backdooring's never like an easy situation. So that's why you really have to think about it. But can you imagine if Ryan had played that game, he probably would have got 100 and this would never have happened and he probably would have won, it's a lot of things to think about. So, but then the next
Joey
challenge,
got 0. Joey hasn't won a contest yet.
yeah. But he also threw the giddy up because you were playing, you didn't notice. He threw it on purpose. Me and Candy both noticed that.
Why did he throw it? Just because he got tired?
He didn't want to do it. He said he was throwing it. He purposely threw it.
But that
I
could
was
be
the
just
host.
he was tired and didn't feel
He was not
felt
tired.
silly or something.
He was not tired. He did not throw the HOH. The only reason why he lost the glam rock is because he's had shoulder surgery, and I've had shoulder surgery, and that made it 10 times harder than Kato. And then when you have shoulder surgery and to do that position, I'm surprised we held on as long as we did. So that's like that put us at a huge disadvantage. So one of these competitions will be his. I mean, he's pretty physically fit, So he's agile, he's smart, he knows the game. He knows the game as much as he keeps trying to downplay it. He knows the game.
Oh, yeah.
He's smart. He's like Kato. Kato goes out there and says he doesn't, which is great. But Joey's doing the same thing. Like, wait, so how does this work again? Like, he knows the game. So, and Candy's learning. I don't, but Candy as well hasn't won a physical thing, and at all. So I wouldn't put her as more of a threat than Joey. Joey has more of the physical. I think Joey has a slightly more game knowledge than Candy. And then you have Tay, who's just beautifully good at disruptive, patterns. So she could literally blow up a whole thing if she wanted to. So it's, but I see what you're saying on Tay. She hasn't won anything yet. So maybe with the room switch or talk to Ricky. We should bring Ricky in, though. Is he still out there? Where is he at?
He's by the pool table right now.
Oh. But I don't know, though. Tom, when we sat in this room earlier, we agreed that we would all have a say-so, but I also said one thing. You are HOH, and you should have slightly more say than us because At the end of the day, you have to make the call.
Yeah,
I
understand.
agree. I think I can't tell you what to do because they're both things. It's more so like weighing your odds and then trying to predict the unpredictable. You know, like next week couldn't even be a physical challenge. It could be something crazy like it could be the spin one, and then Candy wins. You know what I'm saying? So like, I do trust this, Tom. You think about everything, and you continue to think about everything until everything is there's no overturned stone. And so I really think that you'll make the right decision. But I just want I know you can't tell me because that's the rules, but I'm curious to what all the other group says. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I bounced that idea off Ricky and Cato already, and then I came right to you, and I just did like literally a minute ago.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm right here to you to talk to you.
And they were okay with just putting him on?
They were okay with that. Ricky seems to think it's kind of like.
Did anyone went on Black Door or no? Am I the only one that brought up that option?
No, I sort of said it before they had a chance to say it, and Ricky kind of liked the sort of upfront aspect of it. I mean, just as a teammate, that's a
I
strategic.
do like the upfront
That's a
of it.
strategic thing for you to do as head of household too, because the fewer people that you like blindside or backdoor, the more respect they'll have for you at the end when you're in the final two,
Yeah.
and they got to vote for you. That's how you're going to win. Because you're not going to win if you screw people over.
Yeah.
They're basically
Well, then
gonna
that sucks
vote.
for Cato because he backdoored Ryan. So
Yeah, but that was early on, and sometimes it's only one person, but you start consistently doing it.
yeah.
He had to there, but we don't necessarily have to here because, look, we could backdoor Joey, right? And then the next week we could be, oh shit, Candy wins HOH, and then she comes in and destroys us,
Yeah.
meaning dismantles us, takes one of us out. And then
I
we go,
don't
oh
think
damn,
that
I
there's-
wish we'd
I don't
gotten
think that
Candy.
there's a wrong move, to be honest. And I do like the fact that he'll have a fair chance to stay, even though I feel like he hasn't been fair in the game. Because he said multiple times he wants to go, but then he's approached Cato. He said multiple times he doesn't want to form an alliance, and then he's approached Cato for an alliance. He's approached the guys for an alliance. So I respect that you're giving him a fair chance because I feel like he hasn't been fair, like in the game.
I'm a little offended. No one ever approached me.
Cato.
Yeah, but
No one approached you on day one. I talked to you and I
no.
said,
I'm
"I'd be
saying
your
of the
team."
guys, of the
Oh.
three amigos, Jonathan, Ryan, and Joey. Never approached me. They approached
As
everybody
eq-
else. They've approached Ricky. They've approached Cato. Nobody ever came up and talked to me.
As equally offended you are, me and Natalie are equally offended that like the guys never, not you guys, but like some of the guys didn't want to work with us.
Yeah, you
So
weren't thinking, man. That was all my idea, by the way.
really,
I saw that.
yeah,
I'll say that in front of Cato. I've already said, hey, who thought of that anyway?
yeah. I didn't know who. I thought it was both of you guys.
Well, it was because, I don't know, maybe I'm forget. Maybe that's revisionist history, but I seem to think that because I talked to you initially about really asking, like, hey, because I thought you had an alliance with Ryan and everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, can I be
For
part of
30
that?
minutes.
Yeah. And so we were talking already, and then it just kind of crossed my mind that, like, hey, that would be kind of.
I told Natalie that when we came in, I was like, whatever, we cannot do guys versus girls.
Yeah.
We cannot. I was just like, I can't do that. For my sanity.
For
I
me, the
can't.
funniest moments of this game have been sitting by the fire the night before we had our little moment there. And Joey and Ryan come out to the fire. And Anthony's sitting there still. And Cato, Ricky wasn't there. And Joey says, the girls are starting, the women are starting an alliance. They're all in the bathroom talking right now. They're starting an alliance. We want to start an all guys alliance. And we were already talking with you and Natalie.
Yeah.
And I just said to Joey, I don't think the women are starting an alliance. I don't think we should have an all male alliance.
Yeah.
It was just like the look on his face was like,
Yeah.
because I sensed that those three guys were coming for me.
Yeah.
They
And
never
you
approached me. They never approached me privately once said, hey, Tom, we really think we could work together or anything. So I'm like, and then they'd all go off to the kitchen and be talking and then looking at me, like you could just see it in people's eyes and stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened, like, with the original, like, when Jonathan, Ryan, it was just like, me and Natalie, what's going on? Like
they weren't including you in discussions and stuff.
No.
You just sensed it, right?
Sensed it.
Your gut just tells you something.
Gut told us. And then that's why when you asked me and you were like, come on, they told me, and I'm like, I'm telling you right now, because it literally, within minutes, it fell apart. Like, Natalie was just like, I don't understand why they won't talk to us, like, why they're not including us. Like, we were just like, we didn't even have words for it. We like, why don't they want us to be a part of this, So, like, the same way you felt like they like Joey wanted an all alliance, but basically it's just to have an alliance for the numbers, but basically you're just going to be picked off. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt it was going to be. Like, we were basically like the pawns, like, so that's what I felt.
Yeah, that your gut was correct. Those guys were conspiring together pretty heavily. I felt that exact same feeling. Yeah. And I wasn't even in an alliance with them. I just felt it.
And that was hard for me because
they weren't very savvy about hiding that.
Yeah.
They were always off in the kitchens.
They weren't.
Hugging it out and high-fiving and laughing at each other's jokes.
And for me, that was hard because obviously, I didn't really know Ryan. We've been on Olympic teams together, but I probably hung out with him like once or twice. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, he's an Olympic athlete. So to know that he did that, like, that was very hard for me.
Oh.
Very hard.
Looks like that backfired on him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it did. Mm-hmm. So, and even after knowing that, and yesterday Natalie's just like, why are you even upset that he left? And I'm just like, I still can't believe, so.
Well, it's just a game. It's like if you're playing Monopoly with a bunch of people and you win, you don't feel bad about it.
No,
and they shouldn't be mad at you.
Yeah.
It's just a game.
I know. Well, that's how I feel with our team, because I feel like it is a game, but I feel like it wasn't you wanted to work with me. You get like, I feel like we all gave each other chances, so I don't know. And I really so far I really like how everybody's playing in our alliance. Like, come in.
Come on in, Ricky. I was just about to come get you.
How's it going?
I saw you out there and I wanted to
having chats.
Talk about what I told Lolo, that the sort of thought process I was having with regards to the nominations, and again, also they told me in diary room I'm not allowed to say who I'm nominating. Yeah.
Then whatever we said doesn't matter, right? You write it right in front of his face. I'm thinking about putting you on the block. What do you think?
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it. You're just giving him that.
So you think you just should put him on the block or stick with the?
I think put him on the block.
Yeah.
I think put him on the block because to me, it put him on the block. If he wins the veto, like, he deserves to stay. Mm-hmm. But it's one against everyone else.
That's what I think too.
That's the game.
Like, if it's like sort of almost equal value to either eliminate Candy or Joey this week, I think it's fair. And then obviously we just get Joey next week.
Yeah.
I know this isn't really part of the game, and I shouldn't factor this in, but
I just think
on
my
a
gut is
personal
just
level, I like Joey, and
but I think on a
I'd
game
almost rather
on a
one of you
game
guys
level,
eliminated him than
on a game level. Even if you put him up, we don't have to vote him. We have all the votes. We don't have to vote him off, and if we don't vote him off, he's going to be ingratiated to us.
right.
So, especially to you, you get what I'm saying? Like, we can't think defensively from an advantageous position.
Lolo, please reattach your microphone.
I was also talking about
Yeah, talk about the Tamar stuff, because I just feel like
It's
that's sort of
getting
like something
to a
that
boil.
can
She's
be.
tripping again?
No, it's because you're not talking to her, so you just walk away. The problem is me and Natalie have to continue to take the heat, and Natalie's getting worn down, I'm getting worn down, and it's hard, Ricky. Like, I'm just being honest with you. It's really hard. Like, there's moments, like, because you just walk away. So, because they're not talking. So all that heat comes on us. You know how she is, and I'm trying to
That's
explain.
the reason I'm not talking to her.
But
Because I know
Tom-
if I was talking to her, it would be on me.
Yeah, but Tom doesn't really understand the lengths of how energy draining it can be. And I'm telling him, if you want your team to fight for you next week, it is wearing us down. Ricky knows because he's in the room.
No, it's definitely a factor.
And I'll agree with you. Tay's not a threat on the physical. She's not a threat on, she was getting all the days mixed up. And then she was fighting me when I was trying to help her out.
She's not
A threat, but she is a threat on blowing up stuff. Like how she tried to plant the seed that Dina was saying this or that. She's very good at planting seeds, and then they could blow up. But Tom says we're strong enough that it wouldn't matter what she planted with any of us because we would just know at this point, you know?
Do you think Tamar and Candy are about equal as far as strength?
They have different
or
strengths.
is Candy stronger?
Candy's stronger. But here's the thing, though. If you put up Tamar and Joey, and Candy wins, she's going to put Dina up, so we're safe.
She doesn't put up Dina, though. I would put up the next person. She just vetoes somebody. She'd veto herself.
Here's what I'm saying. If we put up Tamar and Joey, and we vote one of them off, right? And
Candy wins HOH.
And Candy wins HOH. She's gonna put up Dina.
How come?
Because Dina voted to kick her off.
So she just has no sort of awareness of the strength of our alliance.
Exactly. And if you talk to...
That's the reason, by the way, that we can't let people see us all meeting together. Because if they know that, then...
Well, we just fucked up with the Joey thing, so...
It's fine. I'm not worried about that. And if you talk to Candy and you say, Candy, if we don't put you up, I want you to if you win HOA, will you agree to put up Dina? If you make that deal with her, right?
So then maybe we talk about putting up Tamar and Joey?
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, or I thought you don't want to, so wait. Sorry.
I'm saying that because you're saying that Tamar
is
is...
still open to
I'm only
anything.
I think if you put Tamar on, she's going to go crazy. So if we're not wanting her to go out, don't put her up. Because
That's what you're saying. Okay, I thought you were saying you want to get rid of her.
I would like to, but I understand that she's not winning competitions. It's just game-wise, no, she's not a threat. Emotional-wise, she has the ability to make your other team just,
Well, if we put up Tamar and Joey,
I
and we
think
say we're not going to use the veto, and we actually don't use the veto, odds are that Joey will either win the veto or he won't. Tamar probably won't win the veto. And then we just vote Tamar out. And then next week, we vote Joey out.
I mean, either the Candy one was solid too. It's just
any plan we make, I think that's our problem. Any plan we make is good because we're in such an advantageous position.
I feel like you're right though, I was never saying Candy's not a bigger threat game wise. She's definitely the bigger threat game wise.
Yeah.
Let me ask your opinion about this then.
So do you want to just stick with that then?
Honest opinion about this. Honest opinion
Stick
about
with
this.
that, then.
Obviously, everything we're saying is honest, right? But your opinion about this. This is about my game, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I had kind of never had an alliance or anything with Candy, but in the early days, she came into my room crying because Tamar had been yelling at her, and we had this nice long talk, and it was nothing about the game. I was just it's hard being in groups, and and then I've always sort of said, hey, I'm looking out for you, kind of thing, and she said that to me, but she never said we've got an alliance or anything like that, right? But then lately, now that we've got a little more power and stuff, she's saying are you putting me on the block? She's kind of, she's manipulative, right? So she's come to me and sort of.
So now you know what we're going through with Tay.
Yeah, she's made me feel
because literally Tay.
Am I being dishonorable by putting her on the block? Which, hey, I never had an agreement or anything like that, but she's trying to make me feel like that, last night she said, are you in an alliance with those people out there?
Well, now you know how me and Tay.
I thought you and Kato were down with me because we're sharing a room, right? And I've never talked about it, But just because we're sleeping in a room together, we're in an alliance? No, we never talked about it,
But
that's so
what
she's kind
Tay
of
does
manipulating me a bit emotionally,
Times 100. That's what Tay does. Times 100.
But I've never had that with Tay. So the question is.
But to us and Natalie.
So because I have had some of that with Candy, should I be kind of putting Tay up so that Candy doesn't feel like I broke some bond that's not even there, but
But eventually, when you put her up, all that it's not going to matter.
But I mean, someone else will put her up next week, and it won't be me putting her up.
All right, then go for it. I'm telling you, like, to me, here's my
you think it's half a dozen on one or whatever.
Here's my bottom line. We're in an advantageous position. You're the boss. You have to decide what feels best for you. We can give you advice and share ideas, but ultimately, you have to do what feels best for you.
Honestly, the most important part of making this decision for me is making sure that you guys are all cool with me, with the decision.
I'm cool with whatever you choose.
So I got that from you.
As long as we're still
sweet.
the 5.
Lolo?
Yes.
We'll support you.
I'm
We'll
so
make it
cool
work.
with this situation that, like, when it comes to
So I don't want internal strife. What, Tom? You said you were going to do
No.
it.
I'm supporting.
Sometimes if
as
you
long
just
as
don't talk
as
about
long
stuff.
as you take care of the 5.
I enjoy how each one of us in this 5 plays, how Kato plays, how you play. I haven't seen Natalie because they haven't been HOH yet, but like I like this group a lot. Like you guys, like Tom, I have total confidence that you will figure this decision out because you think about everything. So honestly, I feel like I shouldn't even have this conversation because I don't want to like steer you in any way because I feel like you know what you need to do. Like
I didn't know about the problems in the bedroom with Tamar.
But part of me is like, hey, Tom, me and Natalie are tough.
Yeah.
We'll keep playing the game. We'll keep diffusing the situation. Don't think on our accord. Do what's best for your short game and what's best for your long game. If you have to put Candy on the block, you have to put her on the block. If you have to put Tay on we'll deal with it. We will deal with it. But
I think there's also we can discuss because your point is valid that you don't want to be fighting in your room all the time and then
The
thereby
truth
maybe
is, there's
not
nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
switch rooms though. I mean,
You-
we can
I'm saying
have some
you
sort of
can,
You can, but how
that's
do you
gonna make
switch-
it worse.
Thank
There's
you.
nothing with Tamar in the house. There's really nothing you can do. There's really and to even put this much time to navigate around her, I think is a mistake because anything you do, she's gonna find a way to switch it and turn it and be pissed off, right?
So maybe
we were
it's
trying to
Tamar and
help
Joey
her
then.
and she did it. So whatever. But I do think we should go and do bench. And I think when you're in there, you should have a conversation with Jolie and either say, I'm thinking about putting you on the block, or would you rather I'd give him the option. I'm thinking about putting you on the block. Would you rather go on the block now? Or if someone comes off, would you rather us put you on then?
that's fair. Well, then how do I repair mine? Because he just heard me talking. So like, how do I repair my relationship?
Jolie's gonna be
think you heard
gone.
it.
You don't have to repair.
You
it.
do have to repair it because at the end of the day, everybody votes for who's in this house.
We'll get feedback.
I don't think he
He'll
heard.
say something. He'll
I
say
don't think he
something
heard.
about.
We saw right away.
He'll say something
There was
about.
movement. We looked. He was
No, I think he was there.
But he'll tell us what he thinks, right? We'll
ultimately he
get-
already knows.
We'll get information.
Ultimately, he already knows what we're saying
Yeah.
because we're in here and he's not.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And I'll get information from him if I can about how he feels about you.
Okay.
I want to think about whether I tell him before or after, just from television perspective. I honestly, I don't want to blow the show.
Yeah.
It's, maybe it's better just
Yeah.
for me nominate him, and
All right.
I'll tell him when I nominate him.
Okay.
Tell him exactly that when I nominate him.
All right. That's fine
It's
too.
gonna be a good TV moment. Say we're not using the veto. And
I think it's so great that you guys are giving him a fair shot because, like I said, he didn't really give the fair shot to, how he said he didn't believe in alliances, this and this and that, and then he tried to form an alliance. So the fact that you guys are giving him a fair shot, that speaks volume. I think it speaks volume. So
let's let Natalie in on this thought process, and then.
well, there's a couple things that could possibly happen, but I think Tom's come up with that he's just going to put Joey on the block. He's not going to backdoor him. And is it going to be Candy or Tay?
Starting to lean maybe towards Tamar, actually.
Okay, because he's
But I mean,
in the
that
room
could
with,
change.
or
I
no,
could
you're
think
not
about it a
in the room
little
anymore.
longer.
That could be decided. It's either going to be Candy or Tay for the other one. So, because I told him at
And
first,
telling them straight up that if I or anyone I'm friends with in the house wins veto, we're not going to use it. So telling them.
well, don't say we're.
Don't
'cause
say
then
friends. Just say I.
I.
Right. Okay.
Single, not plural.
Say I'm not going to. If I win veto, I'm not going to use it.
Yeah. and I'm gonna advise anyone else that wins it not to.
I'll
use it.
advise everyone in the house if
Oh
they
yeah,
want
so
veto not
like
to
we
use it.
stop basically backdooring people because we've only backdoored once, huh?
Yeah, just Ryan, but it's
Not
not
gonna,
good.
I don't want to backdoor anybody.
Okay.
That's what I say.
cool with that.
And then give you two guys a chance to fight it out for the veto, so you know this is your one shot.
If you're gonna do that, I think you should put up Candy. If you're gonna go that
Yeah.
route,
Right.
I think you
Because
should
a
put
better
Candy.
competition.
Exactly.
Because she's a stronger player, and
Yeah.
then we lose a strong player for sure, guaranteed.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed. Because like, I mean,
Tay quit last night, but she did almost win the veto though. She was tied there with you
That's
for a
what I'm saying.
second. So,
You could have easily won that.
That's luck.
yeah, that
but
was ball.
she also told me she's not good under pressure.
Yeah.
Which, if that's a pressure
Well,
cooker,
It's out. She's not good enough.
The thing is,
I looked at her. She's not. She's not good enough.
yeah, she said she crackles.
she
them.
quit. She quit like 2 competitions.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm like, come on, like I am deathly scared of the dark. Like,
And you still went.
deathly,
Yeah.
like petrified.
I do
But
think it's
I-
very
I-
cool
but
you're
I-
not backdooring Joey.
Push through.
Honorable.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
you'll
think
appreciate
I
that
think
too.
it's
So in a way,
great.
that's even though I'm putting them on the block, it's still
It's still hard, yes,
not
but you're
pure.
giving. Honestly,
you're not making it like.
you're giving people a fair shot to
Mm-hmm.
stay or go, and that has to command some kind of respect.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's cool.
You wanna get this bench in?
yeah. Candy and Joey.
So you're just gonna
yeah.
wait to tell him then?
I'm gonna wait to tell him. Yeah. Yeah.
He might ask you when you go in there.
I think I want to wait until he's done the gym to bench. I just don't feel like
Talking.
talking about it right now.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go eat like a sandwich or
Totally.
something.
I
And
need
then
to
when
go
he gets
make
done in the
breakfast.
gym, we'll go bench.
All right.
That's what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't need to have a conversation with him
Yeah.
right
Are we
now.
doing nominations today?
I think so. Yeah.
Somebody listen to this because this is fucking awesome.
I'll listen to it.
Oh,
Check this
your
out.
camera's not working.
I love this. I love this guy.
Like they're best friends now.
Huh?
They're best friends now.
Yeah.
How dope! Did you guys see me walking up?
No. So Joey actually was eavesdropping, and we all were sitting here, and we weren't looking at the TV. So I was the one talking, and of course he was eavesdropping. He like literally was just standing there eavesdropping.
Yeah.
And you didn't see him?
We were this
Sorta
way, so then we
noticed.
moved Ricky over there so we could see when people are coming.
He sort of noticed as we looked up and his head was on the door. We didn't see him
Yeah,
walk up though.
it was bad.
So we don't know how long.
And
he was
I was the
there.
one talking, and complete strategy, talking like, put him on or backdoor
He might
him.
have just gotten there, and then you started
But he
talking about
could've-
some
or
medication.
maybe
Were
he-
you loud?
Yes, because it was empty. The whole hallway is empty for a minute. So now he's gonna be coming after me.
Want to do a little test of the door?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll stand there and you tell me. You talk loud. And
I
I'll
will.
tell-
Thanks, Tom. That's great.
Because I couldn't hear anything when I approached the door.
Not the volume you were talking.
I will. I remember it. So I was talking to Natalie, and I was thinking that maybe we should possibly backdoor Lolo because she's so freaking awesome. And
You were talking that
yeah,
loud?
No, yeah, I was pretty loud.
Really?
Pretty hard to hear. You have to have your ear right on the door.
Could you hear?
I heard you say low, low, back door, low, low.
See?
But my ear was
feel
right
like
on the door.
Lo, I feel like you don't talk that loud. I feel like you.
away from the couch. I couldn't hear his words, but you didn't complete a whole idea when he was still there. You didn't complete a whole idea when he was there.
Yeah.
You didn't.
I did.
Would have been
You didn't
half the
complete a
sentence
whole
or
dialogue.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't. It was only partially.
Yeah. But I made it a little bit louder than what I would when I was talking to Tom. Okay, so they're in the kitchen, so
So Joey's in the gym.
one at a time, and space it out.